It's all stripes. All stripes. So, dualistic tendencies become stronger and thicker on the basis of these kinds of reminding, vitiating emotions and conceptualizations. So that speaks to a human realm tendency that is really something for us to pay attention to and to acknowledge in ourselves and one another, and to work with through this kind of practice, so that we have a basis of confidence which allows us to go forward with courage. You know why? Not so that you'll get enlightened, but so other beings can depend upon you as you become a bodhisattva totally given to love. Did that sentence make sense to you? Good. Okay, so now we're on page 5, moving right along. So the second verse from the top, this is about desire. This is one of the characteristics of the human realm. So food, wealth, clothes, home and friends, the 5 objects of the senses and your beloved family, all these things cause torment by creating longing and desire. These are all worldly delusions. The activities of grasping and clinging are endless. Remember that last line. You don't need to take notes on it because you have the prayer in front of you. But this last line here, the last phrasing, the activities of grasping and clinging are endless. This is why I said love is easier than non-attachment. Which is sort of a paradoxical thing to say, but I think from my experience, I'd say way easier. Because love is natural, whereas attachment is falsity. Right? You're reaching for something that isn't true. So there's a little question here in the third line that these objects of senses, the beloved family and so on, cause torment by creating longing and desire. These things don't create longing and desire. Those objects do not create longing and desire. I think that's just a little perplexity of translation. Longing and desire arise from what? Any thoughts? Confusion for sure. Confusion about what's real and what's of value. Yeah. Say again? Grasping, yeah. I mean, really, longing and desire are grasping. Except in this, and we understand that, I mean, that's a pretty obvious statement, but I want to come back to the word longing for a minute. Longing, in the sense of craving, is an afflictive emotion. But spiritual longing is not an afflictive emotion. That is really a longing that arises from aspiration. And I love saying this too, because this is really tender for me to say. Longing is a form of knowing. Please remember that. It will help you so much in your life. We don't long for that which we don't have a memory of or a sense of or some knowledge of. Why would we long for it? We wouldn't know what it was even. So think of longing as a note of reminding. We're longing for that which we resonate to already as part of us, or an aspect of us, or an aspect of reality that we're missing. Yes, does this make sense, the way I'm speaking of this? It's not the usual way that we speak of longing, but spiritual longing is aspiration for truth, and longing very much is a longing for love, which is completion. The Sufis have this beautiful saying, the longing is the love. And if you can't get the love, throw yourself into the longing. And don't be afraid of making waves. But remember that it's a form of knowing. So when you experience your thinking as holding some kind of longing, and you can perhaps identify something about that longing and perhaps not, think of it, oh, this is something reminding me. There's a reminder here. What is it that I'm being reminded of? What is it that I'm somehow subtly remembering and can't quite put my finger on it? What is it that I'm longing for that I think I haven't, or that I think I'm not? And allow memory to take you directly to the source. It's a beautiful sentence. Longing is a form of knowing. Remember the sentence. It will help you. It helps me anyway. And I don't think we're different. We may be various, but we're not different. So, the activities of grasping and clinging are endless. Okay, now this is so powerful. This is the introduction of the basic practice here. Besides the practice of awareness for itself, here's the practice of awareness brought into the experience of suffering and confusion. So, when the fruition of attachment ripens, you're born as a hungry ghost, tormented by coveting and desiring, miserable, starving, and thirsty. Here we are. These instructions in this next verse. Through Kuntu's uncle's prayer, may all you desirous and lustful beings, don't you know that line? Yeah, except when you're in it, it's not so funny, right? Okay. Who have attachments. Now here it is. Neither reject longing desires, nor accept attachment to desires. Don't push away, and don't grab for it. Grasp for nothing, neither push anything away. That's the basic instruction. In other words, the sirens are calling. Stand still. Let's go there right now, shall we? I ate the chocolate, so I'm no longer lusting for it. So I have to use another object if I'm going to do this practice with you. So, having grasped for and successfully taken the chocolate medicine, I'm going to find another object of attachment and lust. So go for it. Go into your current experience. If there is a grasping kind of clinging or craving attachment, go right into it and take a look at it. And remember, neither grab for nor push away. So that means rest like this. Neither this nor this, but this. This is a Vajra gesture. It cuts right through the grasping and clinging and the repulsion, yes? Any questions? Okay, go for it. I'm going to ring the bell once for you to go into that realm of experiencing. And this is very brief. We're not going to hang out there for too long. I'll ring once to bring you in, and then 2 gongs to come back out again. Yes? And remember, apply the practice. That's the point. Okay? Bodily experience. Anybody want to speak about what you experienced? Is the mic on, Billy?